Hey everyone. Hey amazing beings. How are you? It is Friday. It is time. Now is the time for Free and Clear Fridays with you and me. And I'm Dr. Sarah. And I'm so grateful to be here with you, either now in this moment, in the future. Wow. I wonder what we're going to clear today, get clear of, get clear on. You know, a lot of times when we're overwhelmed, we block ourselves from being able to receive things that can be greater, or the things that are heavy are blocking us from just being able to be in this very moment where we can create something different. So I'm so grateful again that you're here, that I get to be here with you. And I wonder what else is possible. So how has your week been? You know, I seem to say this every time because there's always something coming in that can be really intense in the world. You know, especially where I'm at right now in location. I'm here in Michigan, and we recently had a really intense situation come through where there was a shooting in a high school where numerous individuals were killed, and there was a really a big just overwhelm across the whole state, really, and really in the nation, because it did go national in its report. So it's really been impactful for the students around here, the people around here, the neighborhoods, everything. So everything that this is bringing up, even as we speak, let's go ahead and clear it. Right, wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. It's such a dark energy, and I'm aware of, and this is something I desire to look at today with you and explore here with you, and this idea of how to navigate things like this in the midst of being there for others without sacrificing you in your own space, in your own energy. So everything that's heavy about that, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So real quick, this clearing statement that I'm sharing with you, many of you may know what it is, but for those of you who don't know what it is, you can find the link in the comments that will land in the IGTV version of this recording. So you'll be able to find it there. It will link you to my website where you can go read about the clearing statement, which is really meant to clear anything that's heavy on an energy level, on a level of anywhere you've had a heavy thought, feeling, or emotion related to what we're talking about. So that's why we clear, so you can have clarity and more space to see things with more awareness, allowance, and all the rest. And also just not to carry the heavy energy around. So even as I just started speaking about the mass shooting, there's like words that are there that do not want to come out, that are very heavy. There's also this really dark demonic energy around the whole thing. There's an anti-consciousness around the whole thing from at least the shooting itself. And everything that happened with that. And not to get too just focused on that, but at the same time, it's important to acknowledge what that is and how that carries over to everything around us and people around us, because we're dealing with day-to-day a very dense, intense reality. Now, our points of view really are meant to create our reality. That's the truth. However, this reality also impacts us, so we want to find ways to have more ease around it. So anything that won't allow you to have more ease around all of the things showing up in this reality that happen to be very heavy and dark, let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right, wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And you know, it's interesting because I wasn't coming on here to talk about what happened with the shooting or even bringing it up, but it actually popped as I started talking about it. So that's another thing that I'm aware of just following the energy, to go with whatever is coming in the sense that it's going to create greater by us looking at it, by us getting clear of it, by us coming together and creating a different space with it. So that's what that's showing up with in this moment. So anything that will allow you to be in the moment of following the energy for you, whatever that may be, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, lock, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds. And if you're listening to this for the first time, you're like, what the heck is energy? Don't worry about it. You don't have to figure it out, okay? This is not a problem-solving type of thing. It's just a space to get clear and receive it in any way that you do. There it is. So anything that won't allow you just to receive it and know it and be it and just be part of whatever this is, even if it makes zero sense. Let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and clock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, so a couple of days ago, I posted a picture quote, and I do that ever so often. You know, it's probably weekly at this point. I'll throw something out there with a picture quote. And this week, I did a picture quote. It's kind of in a collage, so there was a couple other pictures involved in terms of the message. But basically, the question that I proposed is, like, what if it's okay if they don't get you? What if it's okay? And then the next picture was be you. The following picture was no matter what. So this kind of brings in this space of us looking at what if it's okay to just be you in the midst of no one understanding you, no one getting you, no one even really being able to relate to you. If you can honor that for you, that truly is the difference that not only you require to be, but also the world requires right now. And this goes back to even this horrific event. Like, we're not meant to fight against that. We're not meant to go into the limitation, the fear, the problem of it. We're not. We're not meant to go into the heavy darkness of it. That does not help us or anyone else. But what we can be instead is the difference, and seeing it from a space of like, okay, I'm aware of this, and what's it gonna take for me to be the difference? So for me, I'm aware of, I choose to be a space for someone else. So just to see the person clearly, let's say they showed up and started sharing the story with me about the event, I would be like, hey, you know, I know it's very intense. I see how heavy this is, and I've got your back. And being the lightness for that other space, that other person, and that is what will help shift it. And we may have to start that person to person, and it may then carry over to it all. But no matter what, it's going to be lighter for you. It's going to then create something greater in the world in some way, probably in ways you don't even know are possible. So everywhere you've been used to trying to help people in a way that does, like, to get them to get somewhere, or provide them advice, or hope, that they can receive what you have to say, or they may not, and then you feel bad about that. And so everywhere you're doing sympathy and empathy that may actually limit you from being you and being the difference you require being in this world, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, lock, all nine shorts, boys, beyond. So this is not about a doing. This is not a fixing. And this is not even sharing points of view. This is about holding space for whatever it is and aiming to release it and clear it, whatever is heavy about it. So anything that won't allow you to be that space of you, for you, the space for other, the space for this earth, this planet, the space for other conscious beings to choose it, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And it does actually start with you. It starts with me. I'm choosing this. I'm choosing to be me, even if no one gets it. And that's okay for me. That's okay with me. It's not a right or wrong, and it's not like I have to get anywhere to get people to get it. And what's really interesting is When we actually are willing to be that and clear both sides of it, where you're trying to get people to get it, or the other side of that would be, oh, they're never going to get it, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to avoid it. Either side of that will keep you limited because it's just the other side of the coin of the same thing that's heavy. So everywhere you're either going into, I need to get everyone to get it, or forget it, I'm not going to do any of it because they're never going to get it. Let's destroy and uncreate all that. Right and wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyond. So what's left instead? Basically the question I was asking you. And what if it's okay if they don't get you? What if it's okay? So that way, there's like a space. They may not. Either way, it doesn't matter. So, everything that brings up, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine, shorts, boys, bands. But do you notice what that does? It takes the charge out of it. So there is no right or wrong. It's just what it is. And then you can choose to carry on and do something else if you choose. You just move along in a way that's just neutral. And that's really how we're meant to navigate everything. In the midst of insanity, in the midst of darkness, in the midst of all of this, we're meant to see it. We're meant to be aware of it, but we're not meant to agree and align with it or resist or react to it. That's where we get into the limitation of this reality. And I know some of this is kind of deep. And I would say a little more in depth than what we're used to going here on this Free and Clear Friday. But you know what? I'm being it right now, and it's an invitation for you to join me or not. It doesn't matter. But why not? Sometimes we have to go deep. So everything this brings up, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, poc, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And this is what I really appreciate about just this Free and Clear Fridays. It's really, there are no parameters, there are no limitations, and it's just alive that I come on with you guys and do this stuff with. Like, it's not significant. And I'm aware of when we make anything significant, we give it something greater than what we require it to be. So anywhere you're making something significant in your world when it really doesn't require it to be, it just can be what it is without it being heavy on you or significant, we destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, poc, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Wow. This is just really going all over the place. I'm like, whoo, following the energy. And it's very curious. So what if this is how you're meant to actually live your life? And let's check in. You know, what has been heavy for you this week? What have you maybe made significant? Where have you not being all of you? Where are you limiting you according to how other people are showing up to you or how you want them to see you? Whatever it is, tune into that right now. And let's just be in the awareness of that. And let's go ahead now and clear all that. So everything that is, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pon poc, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So, when we are being that energy, when we are clear, when we're maintaining our space of being, then we can show up to anything. Then we can show up to the space where people may not be that light, or where they are in a heavy space, or where there has been a disaster, where there has been a beyond. And a beyond is basically referred to as a beyond, like, comprehension of what's really going on in this very moment. Like, it's so overwhelming. And so everywhere that is happening, we tend to go into the limitation of it. But what if you can be this energy that we're creating right here, this space where there's really nothing there, where there's just awareness. I mean, there's nothing there, but everything is there because you're in a conscious space and moment. What if we're meant to show up with that and be like, hey, I see what's going on here. I get how heavy it is, and I'm here. I've got your back, and you're not alone. So anywhere and everywhere that you require that for you, I'm here for you on that. Everywhere and anywhere that you would like to be that for other, anywhere and everywhere you haven't been there and done that for yourself, let's destroy and uncreate all that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pun, puck, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So contrary to popular belief, according to this reality, that when something comes in, we have to fight against it, like fight against evil, fight against people that are doing wrong, fight against. What we tend to do is then just be in a fight rather than a creation or a space for change. Now, not fighting doesn't mean just placating and doing nothing. When you're living consciously, there's a potency there that can create the change you're looking for, and you're not distracted by what's going on around you. So what is it going to take to change this right now? It may be like, I see you clearly, we got this, what's it going to take, and we choose it. It could be that fast and that quick. So anything that won't allow you to show up like that, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, puck, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And I know I'm talking in general, but there's actual ways to put this into action and get clear on what really is required for situations. What if it's like where we can face the bullying and the evil in the eye and be like, okay, so we see you. Now, what if over here it's about creating a connection and saying, hey, like, this is something I'm grateful for you. Or I'm choosing over here to, as a result of that incident, is to create now let's say, a place for people to meet to release whatever's heavy. Like even for our kids, our students, our generations that are coming through now that really require extra support. What if it's not about having to get them to get it? It's just being like, hey, I see you. I acknowledge you. And we got this. We can do this together. So anywhere that you've been working harder to try to get someone to get somewhere rather than just show up and be this, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, puck, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds. I'm aware that a lot of these things that lead to the violence, there's definitely energies there that require getting cleared, but that's for another episode, for another time. What we can be is starting to see things for what they are, the truth of what they are, but also be a contribution, to be an acknowledgement of each other, not for what we want people to be, but for what they really are. Like, I appreciate you, I see you, and I'm so grateful for you. That right there can shift just a moment to something lighter, which then carries over for that person to the next moment. And then they are in a lighter moment, which then may create something from there. There is a domino effect to all of this. And when we start being this is the true way to counteract the violence, to counteract evil, to counteract anything that's not serving this reality, serving us and all involved. So anything that won't allow you, I know it sounds so simple, but actually just to be that energy to create a difference in the world in this way, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, puck, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Oh, wow. So, my goodness, this live just flew by and it's very intense. And let's focus real quickly one moment of something that has been light for you this week. Let's end on that note today because of everything we've been bringing up that's been a little intense. So what's one thing this week that has been light for you, a contribution for you, a gift to you? Let's just tune into that. And let's be with that energy. And anything that won't allow you to receive it fully, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pun, puck, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And anything that won't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive the gift that you be. That you are the difference. That what if it's okay if they don't get you space. Anything that won't allow that, destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, puck, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay, amazing beings. So grateful again for you. And wow, something's happening here. And this energy may keep going. Allow it. Allow it just to keep going and expanding with the ease of whatever's coming through. If things continue to be heavy, use the tools that we talk about. If you're not familiar with the tools, Check out all my videos on Instagram, Reels, or TikTok, or wherever I'm at. And website is the drsarahexperience.com. You can find stuff there. But I have your back, okay? You know I have your back here and now and throughout the week and always, okay? So go and be the difference, really, that this planet requires. And I'll see you next week. Okay, take care for now.